Ravens defensive tackle Justin Madubuike is a player I've always been a pretty big fan of, and so far through 6 games, he is enjoying himself quite the breakout year. Statistically speaking, Madubuike is currently tied for 14th in the league in terms of sacks with 4.5. He also has 8 pressures and 20 combined tackles, all according to Pro Football Reference. And to put that into perspective, he had 5.5 sacks and 13 pressures through 17 games. So in 11 fewer games, he only has 5 fewer pressures and 1 fewer sack, showing that, in terms of production, he's absolutely making that jump, making that leap. And his snap count has also gone up pretty significantly at this point in the season. He has played 70% of Baltimore snaps so far, and last year played 60% of their snaps. So needless to say, he's getting more PT, he's being used more, he's being more productive, and he's looking a lot better, which is fantastic for him. So far, his best game has come against the Tennessee Titans, where he was not only good against the run, he was also good at generating pressure on the quarterback. He had 6 pressures and 2 sacks with a 20% pass rush win rate in 25 pass rushing snaps. So, because of this impressive performance, we're going to go ahead and take a look at the All-22 and talk about what exactly he did that was so dominant. But before we do that, make sure to leave a like down below as it helps out the channel a ton, shows your support, shows you care, all that good stuff. And also make sure to subscribe for more All-22 videos and other content coming your way over the next couple months. But all that being said, without further ado, let's go ahead and talk about Justin Madubuike against the Tennessee Titans. All right, so this first play right here isn't some elaborate stunt or anything like that. It's a pretty routine run stuff, but I absolutely love the strength and recovery put on display by Madubuike here. Real quick, by the way, since I've got my mouse in front of me, a lot of people complained in my last video about, me using my mouse to highlight things. I get it. It's not ideal, but it's the best we've got for now, so bear with me. But anyways, what you're going to see here is this fullback is going to kick out to the right here, and they're going to try to run this ball directly at Madubuike. And it's kind of hard to see at first, but right here, it's blocked off by the camera here. You can see he kind of gets dropped to his knee by this guard, which more power to the guard for being able to pull that off. But Madubuike is going to jump back up and manhandle this guard to be able to grab a hold of Spears and just kind of absorb the contact there. Now, you can make the argument that he doesn't make the stop. It might be a little bit more attributed to number 40 here. Sure. But the fact that he goes from being down on one knee to upright and absorbing this contact is pretty impressive in my book. Like, I think that is absurd recovery ability. I think not only the athleticism you have to be able to put on display there, but the strength to be able to maneuver yourself back up and then go right into manhandling the guy that had you on the ground is really impressive. And it's even more impressive when you remember that this dude weighs over 300 freaking pounds. Like, this is a damn impressive run stuff, in my opinion. All right, so we're checking out this rep right here. It's on 3rd down. We've got the Ravens showing all-out blitz here, and they actually are going to blitz. They're going to bring Patrick Queen on this play. Roquan Smith's going to drop back into coverage, and they're going to set up a stunt here with Patrick Queen, the linebacker, being the pin, and Madubuike is going to come around him. He's going to loop around the linebacker, which, shout out to Patrick Queen for being a linebacker that you can use as a pin player. And then Madubuike is going to absolutely decimate Tyjae Spears here once again, this time in pass pro. Spears is a little back relative to Madubuike being over 6 foot. I want to say 6'2", 6'3", and weighs over 300 pounds. Like, this is a pretty bad mismatch for Tyjae Spears. We'll look at it from the other angle. You can see it a bit clearer here. But like I said, they're going to bring Pat Queen here. And he's going to pin down on number 60 here, and that's going to allow Madubuike to loop around. He's going to take on the halfback. That allows him to push the halfback into Tannehill's lap. Now, Patrick Queen, again, good rep from him as well, is able to put this lineman into the dirt because he's able to bounce him off of the other lineman off the tackle here. And the two of them meet at the quarterback. But, like, this is, more that I look at it, maybe it's a bit more of a Patrick Queen highlight, but I had to include the other Madubuike sack in this. It's a good rep from him too. I mean, he executes this stunt very well. He dominates the running back here. Just a great rep from two players that are forming a little bit of chemistry there. Just beautiful stuff there from Baltimore's defense. Good call by their defensive coordinator to bring that on third down. That's how you force a punt right there. That's a beautiful defensive rep just as a whole. All right, so eye discipline is a really big thing for me when it comes to players in the front seven, and this is a really good example of eye discipline with Madubuike here. We're going to see him take on the guard against, it's Tyjae Spears again. Yeah, Tyjae Spears was not having a good day against Madubuike. So you can see he fires off the ball, gets up underneath of the guard's shoulder pads. It's really important. Obviously, you want to be able to win that leverage. It allows you to be able to maneuver your opponent however you want to. And once he's got that leverage, his eyes are going to shift to the backfield. He's going to disengage as soon as he sees Tyjae Spears coming his way. He's going to wrap up, finish the play. Just perfect execution here from Madubuike at all levels. Fires off the ball well. We'll start this over again so you can see. He fires off the ball well here, gets low, uses his leverage and his strength to uplift the guard, uproot the guard here, get him on even playing field, or I guess elevated playing field is a better way to put it, considering he's low on him getting that leverage. And it's going to open up Madubuike to, again, be able to manipulate that guard however he pleases. And because of that, he's able to make this play on Tyjae Spears. And again, the eye discipline, as soon as he knows he has that leverage on that guard, his eyes fire into the backfield. You can see it right about there. He knows exactly what he needs to do. Wraps up the ball carrier for a minimal gain. Just perfect textbook stuff right there from Madubuike. All right, so here we've got Madubuike lining up off the edge. Again, this dude is 300 pounds, and they're able to line him up off the edge. And not only is he able to line up off the edge, but he's able to win off the edge. We're going to see here, once this ball is snapped, actually, maybe a little bit early. Let's see here. No, this guard just does tackle does a hell of a job firing out of his stance. He's up before Madubuike's up, but it doesn't matter. Madubuike uses that little bit of space generated right here to his advantage to be able to build up momentum. And what he's going to do is he's going to long arm this tackle. He puts his arm directly in his chest and continues to use his momentum to push him back. It's going to allow him to create separation, as you can see, between himself and the tackle. The tackle can't get his hands on Madubuike, and because of that, he's able to get that other arm in there, and he's able to just completely manhandle him. I mean, this is just a beautiful display of strength. This is just I'm better than you, I'm stronger than you, I'm going to kick your ass type of play, and I absolutely love it. He's going to drive this tackle all the way back into Tannehill, gets his arm up, wraps him up with the help of a teammate. I mean, this is just a beautiful rep here by Madubuike. Run it back again. I just love this long arm move, being able to create that kind of separation between himself and the tackle. He's able to get that leverage that he wants, almost able to turn the corner a little bit there, and drive him into the quarterback slap. Just beautiful stuff right there. Again, as I've said a few times in this video, absolutely textbook stuff right there from Madubuike. All right, in this play right here, we're going to see a pretty dominant win here on the interior of the line up against the guard here. Again, just to reiterate, I apologize for having to use my mouse. I'm recording this at like the last second. I'm uploading it Saturday night. It's currently 6:30 on Saturday, so I'm just trying to get this out so I have something out this week. I wanted to talk about Madubuike. I didn't have time to look into software to be able to circle stuff and look professional and all that. Plus, I'm not the most tech-savvy person in the world to begin with, so we'll get it figured out by the next time I make one of these. But for now, I apologize. You're just going to have to deal with it. But either way, we're going to watch Madubuike here. Again, this is really about the recovery. He does a good job of getting low on the guard here, but the guard is able to uproot Madubuike a little bit. He also has to deal with a bit of a double team. And what he's going to do is right here, this is where it gets impressive. He's able to detach his left arm, as you can see right here. That's going to allow him to shift his momentum, shift his weight, get himself back in control of the situation, which is huge. And you can see he pushes himself back in. Now he's in charge. Now he's driving. And he's got his eyes set on Tannehill. Tannehill feels the pressure. He's about to pull the trigger and can't because Madubuike is right there. And he keeps going. He pursues, forces Tannehill to throw the ball away. The fact that he was able to make an impact on this play after, let's see if we can't get back to the point here. My computer's running very slowly today. Right here, where he's dealing with a double team. The fact that he's able to go from right about here to winning inside and being able to force the quarterback to throw the ball away is pretty impressive. Again, it's about the recovery. It's about the balance. It's about the flexibility. Again, this dude weighs over 300 pounds, and he's able to shift his weight, shift his momentum, and do all that kind of stuff. And I'm just in awe of what I'm witnessing, truly. That's the best way to put it. I am in awe of this man's prowess as a 300-pound defensive lineman doing shit like this pretty consistently this season, if I might add. He's been looking really good as a whole this season. All right, so here we go. Madubuike in the red zone up against the 11th overall pick, Peter Skoronski. And you're going to see here, he's going to dominate this rep once again. You can see the big thing here, getting that hand placement. He gets that hand on the inside of Skoronski's shoulder pad, forces Skoronski's hand placement to go wide. Kind of rule of thumb, when the more narrow your hands are on a player, whether it's an offensive lineman, defensive lineman, whoever you are, the more narrow your grip, the stronger it's going to be, the easier it's going to be for you to drive them. The wider your grip, the harder it's going to be for you to do that. Skoronski with his hands on the shoulders, Madubuike with his hands inside the chest. We know who's going to win just according to the laws of blocking and pass rushing. And you can see he does that long arm move again, creates that little bit of separation, and enables him to get his arm up in an attempt to impact the throw. Doesn't quite get there, but either way, his presence, the pressure does force Tannehill to slightly overthrow this pass. That's all he needed to do. Just a beautiful rep here. I'm just amazed by the strength and the technique by Madubuike. I mean, he's really coming into his own this year as a dominant pass rusher, and it's a good thing, considering he's in his contract year. As a Bears fan, if he hits the open market, I would love to pay him, but that's neither here nor there. He's kicking ass right now, and that's what matters. So this play right here is dumb for a couple reasons. One big primary reason. You can see Malik Willis is checked into the game. This is later in the game after Tannehill's gotten hurt. We've got Madubuike. He's going to take on Peter Skoronski again. We saw what happened in the last clip when these two went toe-to-toe, and it's going to be a little bit more of the same. Except Madubuike, instead of using his hands on this play, he's just going to get low, put his shoulder into Skoronski, and start driving his feet, which is going to enable him to completely bull rush the guy. Again, you can see Skoronski, if we rewind it a little bit, has a wide grip. He's in there on the shoulder pad, ends up ripping the shoulder pad out of the jersey, and that's going to force Malik Willis to have to scramble to the left here, which shouldn't happen. I mean, realistically, against 90% of quarterbacks, 95% of quarterbacks, this is an easy sack for Madubuike. He's getting held a little bit here. You got that chokehold. Hate to see it. But he's going to go after Malik Willis here, and Malik is somehow going to be able to dodge out of this. I mean, I don't know, man. That's a really, really impressive play by Willis to be able to get out of that. But Madubuike blew up this play. He ruined this play. He ruined any chance of Malik Willis. I almost said Willis. Of Malik Willis getting this ball out, getting it downfield. Just, again, perfect execution by Madubuike. Just using his strength to his advantage, manhandling the rookie, and, the rest, that's out of his control. You can't account for escape artists being escape artists, right? That's just how it goes. Especially when you're a 300-pound defensive lineman. There's only so much you can do. All right, and last play here, we've got Madubuike lined up directly over the tackle here. In this play, Malik Willis isn't going to get away this time. You can see Madubuike, again, going against Skoronski. And again, it's the hand placement. You can see Madubuike's hands are inside the chest. Skoronski is out wide. And he just fully takes advantage of it. Now, Skoronski does do a good job, to his credit, of not getting overpowered. But because Malik Willis starts to seep out of the pocket and Skoronski can't allow himself to get called for a holding penalty, Madubuike is going to be able to slip away. And unlike the last play, he gets the job done. He brings him down for the sack. He flexes a little bit. It's just, again, Madubuike had Skoronski's number in this game the few times they lined up across from each other. The wide hand placement allows for Madubuike to be able to manipulate Skoronski. He's able to get outside, which enables him to, kind of trail Malik Willis here and gets him the sack. Just a great heads-up play, a great fundamental play. I mean, the eye discipline on display, again, you can see he's not looking at Skoronski. He's watching Malik Willis this whole time. And as soon as he sees Malik Willis start to drift out of the pocket a little bit, he sees the direction the pocket's going, he's like, all right, this is my chance. And he's going to take off. He's going to pursue the quarterback, come up with the sack. Just another big play from a big guy in a big game across the ocean, in the city that houses Big Ben. There you go. A lot of bigs there. Just some big guys being big dudes at the end of the day. That's what we got going on here, and you got to love to see it. But anyways, that's going to do it for my Justin Madubuike All-22 review. I hope you all enjoyed it as much as I'm enjoying watching this dude absolutely tear it up these past couple weeks. If you did, please make sure to leave a like down below as it helps out a ton, shows your support, shows you care, all that good stuff. Please make sure to subscribe as I've got a ton more NFL content coming your way you won't want to miss. And please make sure to leave a comment down below as well telling me what players I should take a look at going forward, your favorite player, your least favorite player, whoever it may be. Let me know who to watch. But to everyone out there still watching, I hope you all have a wonderful day, evening, night, afternoon, whatever time of day it is for you. I hope you enjoy it because you're all wonderful people and you deserve it.